Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what it's been like to have moved from Ohio to Florida. I'll start by giving you a little bit of backstory. I was born and raised in Mansfield, Ohio. If you don't know where that is, it's right in between Cleveland and Columbus in what they call the heart of Ohio. They filmed the Shawshank Redemption in that city at the Mansfield Reformatory, the great film with Morgan Freeman. And that city quite exemplifies that movie, or vice versa. In a nutshell, it's not the greatest place to grow up. However, I had amazing parents and amazing grandparents that gave me a really sound upbringing compared to some of my peers that I grew up with. From a young age, I was always an intelligent kid. I excelled in most things I took part in. My parents put me in all the sports a normal kid would play: basketball, soccer, baseball, football, track and field. And I excelled at all those things for a number of years. But where I really took pride was the classroom and academics. And I pushed myself in the classroom. My parents are who pushed me to do so. And they knew what I didn't know then, that would push me farther in life. And looking back at it now, I'm glad they did, because it put me in the position I am now to be doing what I do, and I'm extremely grateful. Through all my years of school, I was always a straight A student. I wanted to make sure every class I was in, I was the smartest person. I was at the top of the class. There was no one that could beat me. And through all my years of excellence, I grew arrogant and vain and thought I was better than everyone else. And whether it be by nature or nurture, that was the case. In certain years, I even found myself being a bully. I would get into fights and just think, because I was at the top of the class, that I was better than everyone, I could treat anybody the way I wanted to, which looking back now is wrong, but I didn't know any better then. When I got to high school, my excellence and arrogance grew at the same rate. At the beginning of my sophomore year, I joined the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, where I founded my first business, Albatross Athletics. I went through a 10-week program where we were assigned 3 mentors to walk us through how to start up a business. We went through everything, including, startup cost, product design, and then we ended up doing a pitch to a panel of investors to seek out an investment for our startup businesses. It was actually pretty awesome. One of the greatest experiences I've been through. And I think that was part of the reason that I'm so business oriented today. That, combined with my first watching of The Wolf of Wall Street, is what really pushed me to that entrepreneur mindset. From that point on, I knew I wanted to start investing, run my own business, and create wealth for my future self. With this new mindset, I knew that I had to reach higher if I wanted to place my future self in the best place possible. So instead of applying to schools in Ohio like my peers, I knew I had to go as far away from Ohio as possible. So I started seeking prestigious schools like NYU, University of Chicago, and High Point University in North Carolina to push myself to that next academic level where I knew I could reach my goals. However, University of Chicago didn't accept me. NYU was far too expensive, and HPU was just not quite the vibe that fit with who I was at the time. All while achieving these academic milestones, I simultaneously became the #1 goalkeeper in the state of Ohio. I never thought I'd reach that status, but I maintained that for 3 years, my sophomore, junior, and senior year. When my junior year rolled around and club season started, I played up a year with the U18s, and we went on to win the state championship for club soccer that year. Now, leading up to my senior year, with all this success under my belt, I had become an obnoxiously arrogant kid, just oozing with vanity. And looking back, I don't know how I had any friends or anyone who wanted to be around. However, started hanging with a different crowd. I was partying, drinking. I was places I probably shouldn't have been, doing things I probably shouldn't have been doing. And thankfully, fortunately, I never ended up in any trouble that ruined my future. Now, even though I was partying and doing some things I probably shouldn't have been doing, that did not deter my focus from what I was meant to be doing in the classroom and on the field. I was still excelling in both of those areas. And because of that, I got some eyes from some recruiters, and I ended up going to the University of Chester in England, where I played for the UDA Academy. I trained underneath the Chester FC U18 club and played for the University of Chester's club team. It was an amazing experience, and I think without that, I would not be where I'm at today. So fast forward 2 years, it's March 2020, COVID hits. My mom and I decide to pack our things, and we moved to Florida Easter Day, just 1 month after COVID had started. There were two main reasons behind that. One, my mom had got a really good job opportunity in Tampa. And two, Florida didn't seem to be taking COVID as serious as the rest of the country. And when we got here, we were relieved because we were able to actually do things opposed to being locked up in Ohio, where all there is to do is drink, eat, and drugs. So we were fortunate to have been able to escape that and create a new life for ourselves. After moving to Florida, my life got exponentially better. I started meeting people who were on the same mindset and wavelength that I needed to be on to succeed. I started playing beach volleyball, and those people were just on a different level of fitness that I hadn't even seen playing football in university. And that pushed me to start going to the gym. I'm still an avid gym goer, and to be honest, I'm in the best physical shape I've ever been in my entire life. And I played university soccer. Like, that's a pretty big statement. Secondly, Florida is just a great place. And let me tell you, I came up with every reason not to move here. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, there's gators. Oh, the people are crazy. But when I got here, it was the contrary. The weather is unbeatable. You get beautiful weather year round. You don't get that nasty cold and ugly winters like you do up north. The people are amazing, nothing less. At least the people of Tampa Bay. If you live in a different part of the state and you're watching this, feel free to attest for your city. I'm sure they're amazing as well, but the people I've met so far have just been absolutely incredible. And like I said earlier, it's changed my lifestyle, changed who I am, and I've experienced more growth since I moved to Florida than any other part of my life. The last thing I want to say about Florida is that there is never a dull moment. Here in Tampa Bay, we've always got something going on. We've got events, we've got food truck festivals, we've got concerts, we've got literally anything. Like, there's always something going on every weekend. And even if there's not anything going on in Tampa, you can always drive to Orlando to go to Disney World or Universal. Miami's 4 hours away. You can go up north to Jacksonville or St. Augustine, two beautiful cities in the state of Florida. I mean, really an incredible place to live, and I'm forever grateful that I've had the opportunity to move and live here and create a career and life down here that I'm sure my future self is going to enjoy, at least for now. That is going to wrap it up for this video. If after watching this you're thinking about moving to Florida, especially the Tampa Bay area, feel free to reach out to me. I'll drop my contact information on screen so you can give me a call, text, or shoot me an email. I would love to help you facilitate your move and make it more comfortable for you getting down here. But if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace.